Today I want to discuss sexuality and trauma. Now, as an adolescent, a young teen, growing adult and adult, you get the choice freely to express yourself sexually, intimately, to make the choice to learn about your own body on your own accord. Now, as a victim of child sexual abuse, at an age where you still have no idea of the concept of sex, you are stripped of the ability to explore it and find out what it is on your own. Someone overpowers you. They take over your body. Now, this can create a pattern of believing that sexual acts are wrong, are bad, are unhealthy, are something that should not happen. Can make it hard for you later on in life to enjoy sex. It can also go down the other path and create a very promiscuous personality. Now, you can go down both of these patterns if you don't deal with what happened to you as a child. Now, one thing I want you to understand, and a lot of victims of child sexual abuse don't discuss this, even amongst themselves, of those who have experienced it, is they felt some kind of pleasurable sensation when it was happening. Yeah, it's a physiological response to your body being touched or manipulated a certain way. And just because you didn't want it or didn't like it, it didn't mean that your body couldn't respond that way. So no, you didn't like it. No, you didn't want it, but your body responded. Okay. So it's not your fault. It's not that you wanted it. It's not that you wanted it to keep happening. But understand that is a very big truth, that when it does happen to you, you can have that physiological response of pleasure. Is it wrong or is it right? It is neither. It is your body responding to a situation that you don't even understand yet. Now, trying to go into your adult years and exploring sexuality, people do choose to shut off, disconnect. I have so many grown adults telling me now that they can't enjoy sexual acts. They can't enjoy intimacy with their partner because they just shut off, just let things happen, and then they move on because it creates flashbacks, memories. They never learn to enjoy the sensation because they connected it and associated it with the past, and it was a negative action. But it's not a negative action anymore. Now people ask, so what do I do? How do I move past that? They go, oh, I'm just never going to enjoy sex again or any intimate acts again. I'm like, no, that's not true. It takes time and it takes work. But the biggest thing here, and the first thing, is you need to learn and reconnect to your body yourself first. Once you learn about your body, what pleases you, where are your pleasure senses, all of the things that are about you on your own accord, you can then bring someone into your own space, your own life. Now, if you have a partner and you've never communicated with them what is pleasurable, what is not, now this goes for anyone in general, but it's a big piece to the puzzle. Now, victims of sexual abuse find it really hard to communicate with their partners, especially if they know they had a childhood or a past of abuse, because they're like, oh, they're just going to think I'm blaming it on that. No. You get to explain how you feel, what you like, what you don't like. And if you need to stop at a certain crossroad, that is fine. But as long as you communicate it with your partner, because I know the reality is it puts a lot of strain on the partner. I've had these conversations with my own partner, with my own husband. And for a moment, they do believe it's their fault or that they're triggering something or they shouldn't do something a certain way. But if you communicate with them and let them know what you're feeling, how you're feeling, they understand it's not them. It's you having a response, and they can help you through those things. Rather than you feeling like, oh, I'll just ignore it and push my way through it, the same way you learned to push your way through it as a kid and keeping that pattern. Now you're going to have to break that cycle, and that takes work. So my biggest key points here are connect with yourself first. Then, if you have a partner, communicate with them what you like, what you don't like, how you feel. If you need to stop, it's okay. If you have a flashback, a moment, these are call to actions to deal with your past. It takes time, it takes work, but it can become better. It can become great and really enjoyable, but it takes work. Please remember that if you don't deal with any of this, you can block it out for a very long time, but it will resurface and it will hold you back from your best self from your best experiences, from your best bonds, connections, and your best moments of intimacy. So work on it.